I'll take what's in the box, if you insist. If you insist on putting it here on the floor and making me open it. But now I have to deal with the contraband too. Can I get onto the Vigilance with contraband on me? I need to go. I'll have to go put that someplace else. Once again, I killed the one guy I could sell it to. This is the apartment that would have been mine. Hold on. Yeah, I can't have it. Why is that? Sysdef should give me that apartment anyway, because I cleared this place out for him. That's it. Okay, what do we have here? I've not gone into this room. This is a conference room of some sort. I'll take all that. Oh, hold on. Crick's interview part 4. Do I have that one? Yeah, I just walked past all these, didn't I? Did not have part 4.
Tell us about your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular.
Show Armin Petrosyan the audio log. Bingo. We got it right there. It's slate number 4. And because of that, I am going to listen to it because I want to know what the story is. Thank you.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular.
Hey, is it Marcine X? Yes. Neva ran away because she's a coward. A loudmouth coward.
Picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the wheel.
Hippie G says, one other place with the music, abandoned Freestar something. Couple of them. It's weird. That the kind of humming in the background, it sounds like a group singing. Yeah, it's weird.
But the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway,
there you go. So we can go back and talk to that guy. I'm pretty excited about that. I mean, I don't know what he's going to say, but...
Resort they opened on Suvorov.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gale.
Supposed to be for life,
But
Gale.
I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Voss's parts. I think that's 4 pieces of evidence. Yeah, that's okay though. We've got something to go back and talk to the guy on the Vigilance about, which is really one of the things I wanted. What do we have here? Gold Pyramid. Talk with Sara Morgan. Do I have to?
When you have the time, of course.
I don't have time right now. Do not have time right now. So this is the... Is this the door that opened up when... this is the door that opened up when the whole thing went down in here. So this is the back room. Only accessible... Miscellaneous stuff. Only accessible when you start the fight with Delgado. And if you decide to attack him and chase him, I guess. I don't know if it opens up otherwise. Yeah, there he is. There's his, he's still there. Nobody bothered to pick him up. Come on, wanted criminal. You guys have been after him for ages. He's Delgado, and you just leave his body sitting there. It's disrespectful. Show your enemy a little respect. That's just back out in the same room. I don't know that there's anything in here that I need or want. Is there anything in the back of this room? That's just a stair. What? Where does this go? Oh yeah, this is all just big fun for the fight. Back office. Guys leaving their dark logger all over the place. Emails pack. Worthless stuff. This little control room. Oh, nice. Weapons case. I don't know what's going on here. That might be it. Nope. Let's try that one. That looks more enticing to me. This is a crazy level of... Will that one work? Maybe. Maybe not. Got it. Thank you.
When you have a moment, I'd like to speak to you.
Well, Sarah...
If you don't mind, I'd like to speak to Admiral Logan sooner rather than later. she blurts that out there, right? So a couple of times it's just very polite. If you have a moment, we'd like to speak. I'd like to speak with you. And then it's really, I'd really like to go talk to this guy. Sarah, we're still working on an important mission for UC SysDef. Is there anything down here? A little radioactivity. That's good. Not looking for that. I don't think there's anything else in here. Robots. Ammo. I think I have everything there is. Like, this place is clean. I'm not sure how I could find anything else here. There's nothing in this main room.
Didn't these pirates ever clean up after themselves?
No, they didn't clean up after themselves. That's it. Cleared out Delgado's area. Let's go see if we can turn this stuff in. Oh, wait. Every time I turn a corner, there's more something. Hippie G says it has a boombox you can turn on, plays over the loudspeakers. Where's that? Oh, no. Yeah. The abandoned Freestar collective garrison. Yeah. It's not unique, but it's almost unique. I've hunted that thing down several times. There's a very specific planet I find it on every time, and it's between two specific biomes. And once you find it, you can keep going back and farming it, unless they're pirates and you've sided with the pirates. But we won't have that problem, will we? But yeah, you can. The loudspeakers are rigged outside, and there's a button inside. You turn it on, it's got this kind of techno beat thing going on. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. I love that place, actually. That's one of my favorite, like, little... It's not a secret, is it, really? But it's kind of cool. Maybe I have to hunt that one down. I can't hunt that one down on stream, though, because it is such a boring search. Like, it takes forever. Every time I've done it, it takes forever. And you just land and take off, and land and take off, and land and take off. Yeah, there is. It's so, in defense of the pirates, this guy says there's a lot of history on this star station in the bad kind, and several of them just say that again and again and again. Okay, I think we've cleared this place. I mean, I can't... There's nothing else on here. Let's get out of here. Let's say goodbye to the key. I don't know if there's a reason to come back here again, ever, really. Maybe there is, but... I mean, maybe for the respawn of the loot. But now I have to get rid of the... About half tempted to throw those, throw that stolen artwork on the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's see if it's... We'll leave it here for now and see what happens with it. There you go. Have some stolen artwork. There you go, sharks. Have some.
It's gonna take a while to wash that puppet.
Arsene X asks, have you played both SysDef and Crimson Fleet endings? Yes, I have. I think the first playthrough, this has to be my 6th or 7th character where I've gone through that quest line. Wait a minute, get back out here. The first one I went through, I sided with SysDef, which is what I just did on this one, and then the other ones in New Game Plus, I sided with the pirates a couple times. So I tend to like the pirates ideologically. Like, not the murdery part, right? Because, you know, but I did run into the one pirate. There's a brigand. He calls himself an enlightened brigand. I think something like that. There's a mission off of Sidonia where you meet this guy and some pirates. And he's like a philosophical pirate, and he has this whole speech about how, you know, violence is the last option, and he's just kind of in business. Hey, Zigmund, how you doing? If you have played the Escape creation, what did you think of it? So much space. I liked it. I have a video out there, a walkthrough of it. I've played it probably 5 or 6 times too. I went through it a couple different ways. It was fun. It was great filler too, from the perspective of, you know, it was before Shattered Space and after Trackers Alliance, and it's just, I thought it was a nice DLC. I thought the loot was pretty cool. I haven't played like every option. It feels like you could map out a bunch of paths through it, right? But I played some options where I killed everybody, where I went along with it, where I just took the money. I did all those things. It was fun. I liked it. I definitely enjoyed it. I got rid of the contraband. Okay, yeah, so nobody here should care. Let's go see if I have enough evidence.
Reclaiming the key was a long time coming.
Hey, Alex.
Save the date, renegade. Stay frosty.
Thanks, buddy. Oh, we want to go talk to the guy in the brig. We know something now. We have a special message.
Now that the fleet's done, I wonder where Mass will send the Vigilance next.
Okay, what's up, Armin Petrosyan?
It would have been nice to have Delgado in the brig, but I can't imagine he had any intention of standing trial.
Ha ha ha, Delgado's not standing anywhere now. How much is it, Zigmund? I think it's was it $5? My philosophy, I mean, it's kind of difficult for me to say people should or shouldn't buy it, because I would buy it just so I could show you on the channel, right? So that's kind of out the window. And I'm a little more flexible on what I would do with it. I think if I wasn't doing this, I would still buy it, because I have so many hours in the game, right? Like, I enjoy the game that I always look at it and calculate, like, my cost per hour of entertainment for this game is so low, it's crazy. And so it's not a live service game. I'm not subscribing to a bunch of other live service games, and if I throw some money at it every now and then. Yeah, oh, sorry, I gotta keep up with this guy. I found this slate where Crick says the prisoners on the lock were tortured.
So
what do you think about that, buddy?
All my life I've been led to believe the guards on the lock were here.
Yeah, we got it, Hippie G.
But there was parts of me that always doubted the story. Even as a child, learning about the history from the slates. Thank you for
Slate number 4, SSN interview.
I get that Crix is about as unreliable a witness as they come, but I believe him. Because
why do you care,
it
buddy?
isn't just any history. It's my family's. If you open up a history slate and look up the name Armin Petrosyan, you'll find a hero decorated in medals. Medals he earned for escaping the riots.
Yeah, so I'll circle back here. Like, I've done this so many times, I've never seen this before. So, still, there's like little new things hidden away here. So he was one of the guards who tortured prisoners? Petrosyan, as in your end. That's kind of obvious. Why was he awarded the medals?
Helping his fellow guards escape the riots.
Ah, good job.
Maybe that part is true, but it conveniently skips everything that happened before that point.
Armin has a bit of a... he has a conscience. It's good.
It was just criminals being criminals, and that was explanation enough. It's been almost a century, so that doesn't surprise me. But in some circles, it carries weight. The thing is, even as my family rode the coattails of our name, I always felt like something wasn't right about the story. And it always came back to that.
You probably still did a good job, buddy.
With my brother. It's the only memory I have of my great-grandfather that sticks.
That's a good question.
I'd like to say no, but how can that be true? Pursuing a military career, the name could only help.
Good point, buddy.
It was about a week before he passed. Me and my brother had the house to ourselves, and were playing a game we called Prisoner's Run. It was a simple
It's a good name.
We drew a line in the dirt, and the object was for the guard to keep the prisoner from crossing it. But on that day, my brother came to the yard with an added surprise. He found a chest in the attic, filled with goodies, a baton, a uniform, and a medal to serve as prize for the winner.
The medal he got from escaping the riots.
Indeed, but as boys, we didn't connect the dots. After all, why would something so precious be stuffed in the attic? But when our family returned, I knew something was wrong. My great-grandfather didn't say a word, but behind his eyes I could see it. The shame. No one said anything.
Terrible.
To us. But the next day, the uniform and the medal were gone. At the time, I never understood why he kept those things buried in the attic. Now, it all seems so clear. Maybe not the bad man, but a hero? Hard to say. Either way, thanks for talking this through with me. I don't know if I'll ever know what really
Pretty
happened
wild.
at Suvorov,
That's neat.
But at least now, I have something beyond
Slate number 4.
family myth.
All right. And Sarah says, if you have a moment. No moments. Not right now, Sarah. Where's the elevator? Let's go find Toft. Come on, Sarah.
You did the UC and SysDef proud.
We did. Killed the bad guy, took all their stuff.
Commander, the mission board should provide you with any intel on fleet
Oh,
activity.
you feel like telling me about your time in the well?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured it was only a matter of
Spill
time
it,
before all
Toft.
this came up. The reason I didn't bring up the Crimson Fleet is, well, I was one of them. It's something I'm not exactly proud of.
Common ground.
But not a common beginning.
Yes, hippie.
I was recruited. Out
She's
of
rather
New
insistent
Atlantis
for
by
somebody
Neva
who's been
Mora.
holding on to this for a
She
long
said I
time.
was making a name for myself, and it caught the fleet's
Neva Mora is at the
I was
root of
thrilled.
all these problems.
It was a chance at bigger and better scores and gave me a ticket off world. Why the heck would I say no?
Could have walked away. Let me guess.
Of course she did. How else would you get an
had
aspiring
lots of
criminal
money.
to blindly follow you into a life of interstellar crime? They
Bunny.
took me in. Delgado ran me through the paces on Suvorov, and before I knew it, I was part of the team. Now I was making some serious money. That apartment I boasted about in New Atlantis became a joke. I even made enough to buy my own ship.
Oh, that'd be cool. Her voice is like Atros from Fallout 4 Haley. The actress from Fallout 4. I don't remember. Check the credits. Okay. Shoot a drop.
It dropped. Hard.
Dropped hard.
Everything changed thanks to Commander Akande. The man basically saved my life. I owe him everything. You don't even know the half of it. Look, I've already said too much.
No, you haven't. Tell me the
I
rest.
promised Commander Akande I wouldn't talk to anyone about this. All you need to take away is that I've literally walked a mile in your shoes, and I appreciate the risks that you're taking. Carry
Oh,
through
she
the
would have told me
mission.
this before we finished the
I
mission.
promise you I'll be there every step of the
Yeah,
way.
so this is still a little leftover dialogue. What happens to the key now?
Mast will have the ultimate say, but we've petitioned to have it refurbished
Okay.
for SysDef use. But first, we'll need to perform an audit of the key's overall condition.
That's nice.
If the
Do
site
that.
is deemed not up to code, we're better off destroying it. That would also have political value given the embarrassing history behind it. For now, we have a strike team dedicated to sweeping the area for explosives. Once they give the all
Lady, I
clear,
just crawled through the whole
forensics
place.
will
Nothing blew up.
After that's done,
I don't know what
then
you're
we'll
worried
start
about.
the audit of the station's condition.
Sounds like government work. You want to audit it. I have evidence for you.
Good. The more you find, the stronger our case.
Pelleted dance. Okay.
Hot tip.
Chunks. Yep.
What kind of idiot would dig in their heels waiting for a massive payout on some of the cheapest food in the settled systems? I've seen some strange things on this assignment, but this definitely tops the list. I'll, pass it on to my superiors. I'm sure they'll get right on it. Any other fragments?
Fragments?
I have to hand it to Neva Mora.
Dude, get out of the way. That's kind of
That
creepy.
facility on Crete still holds a good bit of valuable resources and equipment. All right. Can't do much with this one except pass it over. Any other
There you go.
fragments? Good. When SysDef stumbled across the wreckage of the ship, we were sure it was the Crimson Fleet, but we could never prove it. We found 32 dead colonists in that wreckage.
So much
Those
dead.
put up a hell of a fight. At least their families will now have some closure. Anything else?
Last one.
Boss engineered a way to directly interface with the
Burden
keys
of proof.
mainframe?
That looks
I knew he was a
promising.
math genius, but didn't realize he was so tech savvy. Well, we'll share this information with Galbank. Hopefully it'll help them shore up the security on their cryptocurrency. That it? Okay, fine. I know there's more out there, so keep on it.
Is there? Could you tell me how Commander Akande saved your life?
I suppose. Though the commander won't be thrilled that I told you, so keep it to yourself.
It was
So,
just a big secret a minute
when
ago.
I was
See, I'm
running with the
persistent.
Crimson Fleet, I put together a hell of a crew. 6 of the toughest pirates I could find. You say that, but most of those pirates acted like greedy children. Spent more
They're not
time
spacers.
digging up share disputes than I care to remember.
Yeah,
My
that makes
first
sense.
mate was Arya Fikes, the toughest of the bunch. The only problem was that she had a hell of a temper. The smallest things could just
She was a little
set her off,
unstable.
and believe me, she took a while to
Pirate.
cool down.
A little unstable. Imagine that. Sounds risky to take on someone like that as your first mate.
Well, the positives outweighed the negatives at first. Anyway, there was this one particular incident where we had a hot tip on a freighter supposedly running heavy with ore. The second we dropped out of grav space, we knew it was a trap. We'd been set up, and the UC was waiting for us. Somehow we managed to take out all of their attack ships. I grabbed Arya and we boarded the freighter.
Boarding with only 2 of you is pretty brave. I like your style. It was careless and stupid. Yeah, whatever.
It wasn't brave. It was arrogant.
Ah, glad you
We
see that
fought our
now.
way to the
I was
bridge
just
and the
tricking
crew
you into that.
surrendered.
I wanted you to see
That's
your
when
own,
Vigilance
the error in your
arrived.
own ways.
I watched it vaporize my ship and crew in seconds.
The guy behind
Commander
us
Akande
keeps looking
radioed
over here.
for us to give up, turn ourselves in. Arya went wild.
Get to work, man.
Said she'd
None of your
start
business.
executing crew if they didn't let us leave. The commander tried to talk some sense into her, but she was too far gone. I knew right then she'd rather die than surrender.
You must have been in a
Can't even
terrible
imagine.
position.
Commander Akande promised
I'm so
to be
sympathetic.
lenient if we let the crew go. When we didn't reply,
Hippie
he
G,
sent
no,
our
I did
ship
not do
toward
the
us.
mission for Bog. I regret
saw
that. I wish I
Arya
had.
put her gun to one of the hostages' heads.
I rushed right past it. There's probably a
That
couple
narrowly.
missions on
I could actually see her squeezing
the key that I
trigger.
missed.
Next thing
So-
I knew, the shot rang out. I'll never forget that look on Arya's face as she fell to the ground with the wound in her chest. Looked down at the gun in my hand like it belonged to someone else. I still don't know why I did it.
Did what you had to
That's
do.
what I keep telling myself.
Yeah, I hope I have enough,
hope
but
to God
I haven't seen. She hasn't given me the gun yet, so
Long story short, I spent a year in jail, then Keebway recruited me. I guess he saw something in me, a desire to turn my life around. I busted my ass to get where I am today. First mate of the Vigilance.
But it might have something to do with getting through this dialogue.
I'd end up in Arya's position,
I don't know.
Don't you think? It took a while and a lot of reflection, but I know we made the right choice. Had I continued,
I hope you
where
think
I
you
was
made the right
traveling
choice.
back then, we wouldn't be speaking right now. I owe everything to Commander Akande for giving me a second chance. That's right. Since you're no longer undercover, you now have full access. You've proven that time and time again. The person whose life you saved. To that end, if you're in need of anything ship-wise, no more bartering for
Okay,
scraps at the depot.
ship-wise.
I'll be here if you have any more questions. Once news of the fleet's demise hits the airwaves, it'll be my pleasure.
I'd like to view my
We'll do our best to
view and modify
accommodate
my
you.
ships. Okay, so she's just basic ship tech. I don't think she has anything. Let's see, can she give me structural reactors, halves, gears? I don't see anything special. I mean, I don't see the electronics. The she's probably not going to give me shielded cargo. No gun. So sad.
Your actions saved countless lives.
My actions saved countless lives. Where's Sarah? Okay, what do you want to do, Sarah?
Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I promise this won't take long.
No, she's very
I thought
friendly.
You deserve to know how proud I am that you chose to side with the United Colonies
That's
and
kinda
put an
odd.
end to the Crimson Fleet. You've almost single.
Oh, I thought she wanted to talk about her mission.
Systems from one of its most dangerous enemies. I can't possibly commend you highly enough.
I Toft.
Well.
Do you have something to say, Lieutenant Toft?
But I appreciate it all the same. What I want to know is what motivated you into making the right decision. You had Crix's legacy in hand, and you could have easily taken it to the key. Instead, you flew it to the Vigilance.
I couldn't allow the Crimson Fleet to become stronger. It was a close call, and we'll just pick this one.
That would have been unfortunate.
I'm sure you did like that,
The
Sara
Crimson
Morgan.
Fleet
I'm sure
would
that's
have had enough
exactly what you
wealth
liked.
to fund their operation for decades. So, no regrets betraying Delgado then. I imagine you and he formed quite a partnership right up until the end.
Life dealt him a bad hand. Delgado was a decent person, but unfortunately he surrounded himself with the wrong people. We're just happy he's dead.
I didn't expect you to be so blunt, but I appreciate the honesty.
My real opinion is a bit more nuanced, Sarah,
quieter
but
in
you don't
this
seem
place
like the
for a
type that could
while.
understand that,
I
so.
suppose my final concern is how long this newfound peace will last.
I'm sure that's the last we'll ever see of the Crimson Fleet. Yeah, well, we'll never be rid of them.
Given the fact that Memoriam was never captured or killed, I couldn't agree more. My
Yep,
hope
she's
is
out
that she
there.
was smart and went into permanent exile. I suppose only time will tell. Ah. Well, it appears I've soured the mood of our lovely conversation. I trust my mindless prattle hasn't been too much of a bother. Thanks for taking the time to listen.
Okay. Did she have something going on here?
I might do a tour of the key myself later, just to bury the past once and for all. 2 reasons. First, Commander Akande's plane. Second, let me know
We're
if you
done.
need anything else.
There's nothing going on. Okay, so we can do Sarah's mission. What is Sarah's mission? In Memoriam? Speak to Admiral Hogan? Seemed pretty important to her moments ago. She has nothing to say now, does she? So disappointed.
Having you work with SysDef has been... absolute pleasure.
I don't know that there's any more... What am I looking for? I'm supposed to go talk to the commercial district? Where's Admiral Logan? Wouldn't he be in the mass district? Take a chance. I'll have to look it up offline, see if there's some more slates out there someplace. Oh, you know what? I know where there's one more. I know there's another slate.
Hey,
She said it. She's like,
if we're going to head into the well, so I can watch your back.
like we literally cleared Varun Kai, and she's like, watch out for the people in the well. They'll pick your pocket. I know where I need to go. I know where I need to go. We're going to go to Hopetown. Valo. Hey, Mowgli. I think Bog is at Boot Hill. But that's a good question. Maybe if he was in the brig, I could still go talk to him. I think I have one more piece of evidence